Hey, what is up, guys? Today we'll be talking about Bad Baby making some dough. Chris Brown is back at it again, and a real life conspiracy. All that and more. This is the pop up. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, coach?
Yo, what's popping? Pop, pop, pop up. What we got going on, Dev? You
What we
fucking
got?
waking me. You waking me up out of the sleep. Some shit's going on.
Yeah, I got you. So we got. Well, I kind of wanted to start off with the Chris Brown stuff, but let's talk about Bad Baby. Just touch on her quick because our last pop up we talked about her saying about she had signed that deal with, I believe it was Copycat. The brand was Copycat Makeup, right? And
Right.
with that, she has brought in like 500,000 followers. So that's half a million followers, and she's made, yeah, so 500,000 and half a million followers. And what was the money made? I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm about to look at
It was
that
a half
quickly.
a million. The report was a half a million sales too. In sales.
Yeah, and that was on the first day. You're right, ranked at $500,000 in sales, and that was in the first day of the signing of the collaboration and putting it out. So that's crazy. I mean,
It
bad
is
bad
what it
baby.
is.
Bad baby. That's all we gotta say. Bad baby is like, if you want to make if you want to make some money, you just gotta follow her wave right now. Me and Coach were talking about it. We're just gonna have to start investing in her or something.
Yeah, whatever she does. When they announce the next move, I'm going to that market. If it's public, I'm investing.
I'm investing.
I'm getting some stocks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's the brand. The brand, like we talked about before, she's got a global company behind her. So they're not thinking pettiness. Even though people are looking at this, you see all the comments of the hate and everything. Yeah, I don't agree with her being 15 and the antics that she's using. But hey, man, this is America. Get it
This is
how you can
America.
get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying is like I mean, we talked about it, man. She took a meme and rode the wave to the top.
And,
She's still
and,
going.
and I'm gonna ride it right. What was the one thing, like I said, about her catching up to Kylie at that status in 5 years? Didn't they have an
Yeah,
article on that too?
That's what they started the article off on Yahoo Entertainment. That's what they started the article off by saying, "Hey Kylie, she's coming for you."
I'm
She's
a brand tipper now. I'm tipping. I'm giving tips on brands. You guys hit us up because that brand, that is a wave. Whatever she invested, I advise that people, if it's public, to try to get involved with it because she's going to be around for a while, whether you like it or not, and she's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, I do want to know if we're gonna have to keep up with Copycat though, because I want to know if, like, I mean, because sure they bought a lot of stuff the first day, but I
Right.
wonder how many people are gonna stay customers afterward. That's something I'm interested in knowing.
Yeah, that's why they signed her to a 6 month deal. So they're
Yeah,
going to know, they're going to do the analytics, and then they're going to decide, okay, and the next check's probably going to be crazy. It's going to be like a couple mil for maybe a year long one.
yeah, because I think it wasn't $1 million endorsement deal. I'm pretty sure it was a million
Yeah, just
dollars.
under like a 900,000.
Yeah,
So, hey, man, I ain't mad at her. Salute.
I ain't mad at it. You can have that. That's awesome. I'm happy for her. So now let's go ahead and move on to Chris Brown at it again, doing what he does best, which is just fucking up. I mean, just being
Well, we
an
don't, yeah,
idiot.
we definitely want to allege it because we
Yeah,
don't, you
I
know what I
mean,
mean? I just think it's fucking up as far as he's just puts himself in bad positions.
yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, he's always in these positions, but he's always in them. He's always in these positions. It seems like every time you see him or hear these news or alleged reports, it's always, I mean, either they end up becoming true or he's in these positions all the time. And maybe people put him in those positions. I'm not saying that it's all him, but maybe people put him in those positions. Like the people around him are like, yeah, whatever, and they support that. Um,
It's possible, like the last thing that was said about him, and then we'll get into this newer one. But the last thing, the young lady said she was sexually assaulted at his house with a party. If you have, and no doubt, I don't, if there's drugs and alcohol around, and you're just inviting people into your space and having parties, things are going to go wrong and you could be held accountable. Now there was no charges, I don't think, or the charges went away, because which means, is it a money grab or did something really happen? And that's the thing with entertainers that have money. They can make things go away with the stroke of a pen. And I think, I mean, that what that does is just enable them to think that they can get away with things, and then they do some crazy stuff, whether what happened with him is true or he just put himself in a dumbass position again.
I think I don't know. There's part of me that doesn't like Chris Brown. Growing up, when you like with like Lil Wayne and like just that Lil Wayne and all those people, Lil Wayne, that Young Money Records, Drake, you heard Chris Brown all the time because Chris Brown was a feature in like there's jokes that they make about Chris Brown featured in like everybody's song, like because he was always featured somewhere, singing in somebody's song, the chorus or whatever. And so like a lot of Chris Brown songs I grew up liking, and then as you get older, you just see all the stuff he's done, and you look back at it. And at some point you just got to stop saying, well, it's not. I mean, he pleaded guilty to beating Rihanna. He pleaded guilty. So I mean, is he maybe have anger issues? Sure, probably. I definitely would guarantee that. But also like rape charges. Like, see, that's what I'm saying. Like the guy seems like he's, and and like you said, me and you talked. We glanced over it. He doesn't have to rape anybody. I mean, the guy, if he had a good personality and he's attractive, girls think he's attractive, he doesn't have to rape no one.
Yeah.
If he wants to get laid, and he's got money, he's got nice cars. I mean,
and it comes down to, I mean, but even saying that, bro, like there is still females out here that are like, no, they don't care about none of that stuff. They're not the groupies. They're, just like maybe a little naive, and they're in a situation like thinking this guy's, just cool, and I'm hanging out at his party, probably Snapchatting, just like, look, naive a little bit, but they're not impressed by, oh, he's attractive, or maybe they already know what the game is, and they just put themselves in a effed up position too. And it's just that sick world, like we talk about it in the music business, Hollywood. There's just a lot of sick stuff, and you got, especially as a female, and you got to protect yourself, make sure you're always, you're running packs with, like I always tell my daughter, like, when you're out, when she was around 17, 18 and all that, if you guys are going to a party, make sure that you guys stick together, you come together, you leave together, you leave nobody behind, you watch each other's back, no going in the rooms alone, stuff like that, because you got to let them live. But it's one of those things that got to be taught. And then plus, if you're Chris and these are just alleged things that didn't happen, you got to protect yourself also, because they're coming for you. I mean, because of your past history. He obviously has anger management because he was on Good Morning America and he bugged out because they asked him about the Rihanna thing and it wasn't even settled yet. And he threw a chair at their window. It's all on tape. So he has anger issues. I think he needs to just deal with those things and keep yourself. You're getting to an age now where you got to start acting like a grown man. And if you want to continue on doing the success of your music career, because he's very talented, you have to handle these issues and ease your way into being longevity in life and stay out of these situations.
Yeah, but I mean, after like beating Rihanna and stuff like that, do you think he really deserves the chance to redeem himself in the music industry? I mean, like I know like some of these other things, like you said, they could have gone away, and that's actually another thing was one of the stories that happened, because you were saying about traveling in packs. He held one girl at the house against her will because his friend was raping the other one.
Or I never saw that.
Yeah, that was in that article that came out about him in France. That was one of the things that happened back in. Hold on, I'll find it exactly here while you look at it. But it was it was in what year?
Yeah, because I don't think I really read up on it too much. I just read the caption, the keywords and stuff, and pretty much what was said and what was the outcome. But I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
All kinds of crazy stuff. That's why we got to teach our young females to don't fall for that stuff, man, because when you're at that height and level and you got all that money, that shit goes to people's heads and they make dumbass decisions, or they just feel they're on top of the world and nobody can touch them. And it's a false sense of security, because when they come for you, they're gonna knock you down off your high horse, and you might not recover. Even like you said, does he deserve a chance? Of course, he was a young kid. He, even though it was abuse and all that, did he need to be sat down? Did he need to suffer consequences? Yes, but that don't mean his life should be over, and his he can't get another chance at going in the music business because of that mistake. But if he keeps showing the same behavior, yeah, that needs to be taken out, because that's what's giving him the charge and this false sense of power that he can do dumb shit.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this is just my take on it, but I mean, to me, he's done it so many times that to the point where, like, he's been in this situation too many times. I believe if I was counting right just from this article, he's been in this situation 4 or 5 times. Like something similar has to do with assault or rape, assault or sexual assault. So I think at that point, you got to put a line in the sand saying, well, maybe there's definitely some truth to this, and this guy is, he's this is who he is. He's like this. Maybe he's got like not just anger issues, but like he's got like like some ego power dynamic kind of shits in his brain. Like he's nuts, like that. Yeah. So, and like I said, like he did a song with a Little Dicky did a song with him, which I guess I don't like that people work with him anymore. I think actually. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'd have to go look at his album, his music recently, but I don't know who works with him now. Like who are the artists that are still involved with him? Because in like mainstream songs, I know I don't see too much of like the big names working with Chris Brown anymore. They've kind of like put him out of the circle.
Big names meaning
well, not big names. How about this? I don't see his songs on the radio. Like, I don't hear Chris Brown's songs on the radio, like him being featured in a lot of songs. Because I remember, like, when a couple of the songs came out, like in the 2000 and, like the mid 2010s, like the 15, 14, 13 years, he was doing songs with, like, the people that were hot, like Tyga and Nicki and Drake and Lil Wayne. And then after, like I said, the conclusive evidence there, I feel like there was something that happened like between those artists and him and Hollywood, that he couldn't get those kind of deals. And
yeah, he definitely felt some backlash from it. He's so powerful, is if the fans keep on doing it, like I'm saying, like the last album, I think he secured that by saying, I'm going to give you all these songs I want out of whatever deal we got. Now he has the power and the influence around there, because there's still people that fuck with Chris Brown, of the people, like, he's getting older, so that younger wave of things that would have been those radio cuts, they have their own thing going on, so, and they don't too much, he's getting in that bracket. But I'm pretty sure he still deals with the people. I think they announced a tour with him and somebody. I don't know. Don't quote me. It was somebody that was on the bigger level. That was.
Hey, Travis says hi. How's it going, Travis? Sorry, go ahead, Coach.
That's been together for that they've been doing music for years. Like the people in the business that's been around for years, they still will fuck with Chris Brown. Now at this point, it's going to be another cooling off period. He's going to have issues, no matter what comes the outcome. If they charge him or not, people are going to say what we're saying right now. They're going to say, hey, we got to stay away from Chris Brown. Now, are they staying away from Chris Brown because they believe that he's wrong? Some of them will. Are they staying away from Chris Brown just to protect their brand? But behind the scenes, they're still fucking with Chris Brown.
That's like the $1 million question right there. So I guess we'll have to wait and see, because he's not released. He won't be released from the France prison till probably either this morning or till tomorrow morning. So we'll just have to.
What is it? They charged his bodyguards too, right?
Yeah, they have them in questioning. So all of those people won't.
Or not charged them. They're just holding him until they.
Yeah, well, they're interviewing them. They're questioning them. So they have like I believe they have 3 days. Or not 3 days. Yeah, they can hold them up there for 24 hours. So they could get released this morning, or they could be released tomorrow, and then we'll get probably more information about it. But until then, if this is like I said, if this is the case and they find out that Chris Brown is again guilty of some form of sexual assault or whatever, I mean, for me it's a wrap. I mean, there's no redeeming quality about the guy. That's my take on it.
Yeah, it won't happen though, unless he'll be around just like R. Kelly was for years until he's not making money and he's not bringing in a draw for whoever's invested in him and bringing in the money, and then all the dirty secrets will come out and they'll try to destroy him like they do everybody else. It's just one of those things. If you're bringing in money, they're going to protect you. So it's a lot of blame. There's a lot of enabling going on. Yes, he needs to get some help regardless of what the scenario is, whether it happened or not. I'm not going to say, hey, you know, I'm for the, you know, if you get to the point where, like we just seen with the R. Kelly situation, we don't know everything. There's so many things that haven't came out. So you just gotta wait to see how the outcome comes. Me personally, I just think he's a wild kid. He made some mistakes in the past by I'm not going to cancel his whole life because of allegations until that stuff comes out of how it came out with R. Kelly. I'm just going to be like, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, to me, his life, to me, his whole life isn't canceled. It's just that I don't support him and anything he does. You know, like I'm not for him. I'm against him. You know, like that. Well, at that point, like I mean, there's other people. His life might not be over.
Fuck?
What?
I said you made that very clear.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, his life's not going to be over if I don't support him or if other people don't support him. And if his music career goes down the toilet, his life's not over, but he's going to have to find something else, you know, that he's going to do outside the public eye. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, because no one's life's over after that. But I mean, yeah,
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Yeah. Yeah, but obvious if you're a person that has those type of those issues, and I watched him, he obviously has some treatable like symptoms that he needs treated with mental health, but like if his world came crashing down, that's grounds for like suicide.
Yeah. Hey, Travis said the chat, how are y'all doing? I'm doing great. It's very cold out here. Yeah. Coach, what were you going to say? You said you were going to say something at the beginning of the show. You were going to sing Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh yeah, for the song. I don't know why they're trashing it. I like that song. I mean, it is obviously
it's obviously an inappropriate song.
But I like the song. It's just a vibrant song. Yeah, that's what it is. Baby, it's cold outside. And it definitely is out there right now. It's like what, like 5 degrees or something?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid cold outside. Yeah, Trav, we're doing great, man. You know, we're living our best life right now. How are you, man?
Go to the page, like, share, go to YouTube, subscribe.
Yeah, Trav. Yeah, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. It's at Mediated Media, and also hit the bell. What was I going to say just to wrap up that conversation? Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be his life. It doesn't have to be Chris Brown's life.
He's just got to get it together, and people need around him stop enabling him.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, so now we get to talk about this real life conspiracy going on here. All right, so there's this book. The Marvelous Underground Adventures of what's the name? Not
Baron
Donald Trump, but what's his name?
Baron Trump.
Baron Trump's Marvelous Underground Adventure.
And, that's wild.
What did you say?
I said that's wild. I mean, did you read? I read some of it, a lot of it, and a couple people are talking about it. I guess they've been writing books about it for a while. I never heard it until yesterday, and I guess they're saying that in the book they're like predicting
the Trump
things
life
that are happening.
Yeah, it predicted everything about the Trump's life from what I could tell, because the son was named after this guy and the dad was named this guy. Like after everything in the Trump family, like their parents, all the parents and the grandfathers, like they're named after characters in this book, which is freaking weird.
It creeps me out, bro.
Yeah, like the Trumps knew this whole time, and then they knew one of them was gonna be president, and it's like one of these self-fulfilling prophecies. Like, and that's what me and Coach were talking about. Do we think that, you know, the elite, the rich people of the world, the people that have the power, are out here trying to fulfill the prophecies of fucking books from eons ago, you know, or from hundreds of years ago? I'd say yes.
Like, I say yes too, because like we talked about, not just this, but like Nostradamus, on how it was so accurate on how he was saying. Do we believe in prophecy, or do we believe that these rich people that have control of this are like using these things to distract and to get us all running in circles while they're just doing the things that they do to keep power and strength and just to stroke their own egos, basically?
Yeah, right. Well, when you bring up Nostradamus, I will say that Nostradamus has gotten things wrong. Like he has predicted the end of the world in 2012, just like the Mayans did, and it was wrong. But that's why I think it goes back to those elite people that could, because they pick and choose like what we want to fulfill, what do we want to do. Just like this fun game. I mean, if you're that powerful and rich, I mean, you guys are sitting down at like the table, you run the world basically. You're going to sit down and go, all right, what can we do to fuck with people? And they're like sitting there having a meeting. What can we do to just mess with people right now? All right, hey, what's that book about Barron Trump? All right, hey, let's use that and make it America, clown America. We'll just clown America with this.
Like Trump, you got him like years before. They're like, hey, we're going to make this happen just to fuck with people. Like you said, they're picking and choosing just enough to be like, oh, is it true? Well, this didn't come out. So you got two ends that are going back and forth while they're sneaking behind you, doing the more devilish shit to keep themselves in power and building wealth and generational shit for just their people, and they're using us as pawns. I truly believe that.
Yeah. Like I said,
I truly do.
I do.
I wonder what our viewers think, yo. If you guys just with this book, we'll use that book as an example. Do we believe that this book was really written back then? I guess it's in the archives of Congress or whatever. It's been there. They say it's been written in the 1890s or something like that. Do we believe this is really a book that was there? Or are they making this up? Or are people doing that? I mean, if our viewers that see this know something that we don't know, or want to research and drop it in the comments and let us know, and then we're going to go do some more deep diving into it and see what our opinion is on it, because that research, that's what we do around here. Research.
Hey, real quick, I want to make a correction. It's Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Not I said adventure, but it's called Barron Trump's Marvelous Underground Journey. Go and look that up. Go and look that up and research that, because it is crazy all the stuff that like it has in common with the Trump family and with the presidency of Donald Trump. It's so uncanny. It's not even funny.
Creepy.
Yeah, like it'll make you go, bro, my whole life's a lie. That's exactly what it'll do. It'll make you feel like your whole life is in fact a lie.
You know what it did when I first heard it yesterday? Even knowing that the things that I've experienced in life and going through life and just questions, what it did to me when I heard it and I'd actually like looked at it a little bit, and I was like, okay, so they're saying this book really went. And I was like, how much of my life was like derailed because of, people just like playing with, not saying that I'm not important, that they were specifically playing with me, but like leading us on as sheep and just doing whatever they want. And it was stopping me from getting to certain places through whether it was psychological warfare or putting obstacles in the way, like just for their shits and giggles.
Yeah, like they distracted you. Like they were like, all right, we're doing something over here, so let's make up this story about something, over here. Right. And like you're thinking, how many times have I chased a story thinking I actually knew something when I didn't actually, because it was just something they wanted me to think I knew.
It's just creepy. Let us know what you guys think, though, man.
Yes.
Let us know. Definitely
Please.
Let us know. Share these. Always share these, guys, fellas. Get to that YouTube. Please get to that YouTube. We need to get these subscribers up so me and Dev can go to the next level. We got some things going on. If you guys got links to support, drop them. We're down to support. Support equals support around here. It's that motto.
That is, in fact, the motto. All right, Coach. Do you got anything else you want to say?
That's about it, Dev. Another pop-up.
All right. Hey, guys, this is the pop-up. We want to thank everybody so much for coming in the stream and talking with us. Shout out to Trav. Again, you guys have been great. We want to keep building, keep growing. That is the motto. Support equals support. If you also, Coach brought up the YouTube, but also our Facebook page. Make sure you guys are like our page and follow for more. But as always, stay beautiful. Take care of yourselves. See ya.